growing fantastically well. We have well over 2,600 members in the program, and it's really taken off. Let's see. It's really, really taken off. I mean, there's many, many reasons, obviously, why it's taking off. I mean, no admin fee, 100% net payout, great product line. You break even with one person. I mean, I could go on and on and on regarding the program itself and why it's really, really taking off. I mean, there's so many different things and dynamics that happen with the program itself and the way it's relating to the economy, low entry price, residual income, people losing their jobs, looking for a way to come on board. You know, it actually tickles me. It really tickles me. I got this email today, and or was it yesterday? Someone says, "Oh, this is a scam." Oh man, I love that kind of stuff. It's people that are so blind, and maybe they've been burnt before by something else, and they have such a chip on their shoulder that they just want to blame everything else in the whole world for their problem. And really, you know, honestly, not everybody in the out there on the internet is out there to rip you off. Not everybody out there is out there to scam you. I mean, if they take a few seconds to look at the product, look at the website, yes, it's very glitzy and hypey and things like that, and it's actually designed to be that way for a reason because we have a lot of sizzle, we have a lot of stake in the program, you know, so there's a lot of fireworks and glitz to the program because it's exciting. You know, we're giving people extreme value. So you know, it is designed to be that way. And yes, we are going to get a few people that say that. And obviously, sometimes when you refer people to the program, you're going to get some people say, "Ah, it's a scam. It doesn't work. Whatever." That's because they never really took a few minutes to look at it. And I wrote back to the person. I said, "Well, I guess 100% net payout is a scam. I guess breaking even with one person is a scam. I guess hundreds and even thousands of dollars in video and audio training with hundreds of hours, you know, and hundreds of dollars worth of product for $25 is a scam, and I guess 2,600 people joining in 3 weeks is a scam." You know, and then I just went on to say, you know, not everybody is out to rip you off, and you can also use this too. I happen to be the owner. I've been doing the internet for 20 years. I have 100 websites, and I have 60,000 customers and members and stuff on my website. Why would I jeopardize something like that to put a scam together? It makes no sense whatsoever. So that's just a knee-jerk reaction from some people. And if you get something like that, you know, try to show them the facts. Try to show them the product. The product alone is literally worth, I mean, in dollar amounts, hundreds, perhaps thousands of dollars. And if you look at the education value, I mean, it's worth off the charts. Just one bit of information on some of the stuff here can take you to another level and generate you hundreds, thousands of dollars. I got one idea that I tell people on the internet. I got one idea on the calls on Tuesday and Thursday night. I saw a video a few years ago. It gave me one idea to go in a different direction on my websites, and it's literally generated me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years, and it will continue to do that. So how much is education worth? For me, it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. For some people that don't look at it as a way to make money, well, it might be an expense for them. But if you take it, you take a little bit of information, it's fantastic. If you take some of the information on here, maybe making money or educating yourself as far as making money on the internet is not your goal. Maybe trying to save some time in your day. Maybe you're working 12 hours a day. And if we could save you 5, 10, 15 minutes a day in something that you didn't know to be able to streamline some things, how much is 15 minutes a day of your time through streamlining redundant tasks that you're doing over and over and over again? And if we could save you 15 minutes a day, well, you're talking 5 days a week on your computer. Some people like myself are 7 days a week. You know, so you're talking well over an hour's worth of your time a week. So that's 4 hours a month. You know, and it adds up. So the time there, you know, how much do you make an hour? Well, factor that out over a year, and you're talking a lot of money. For some people, it's an extreme amount of money. So look at it at that part, and I'm going to show you some things today regarding saving time. I'll have 1 or 2 of them stuck in here, and I have a lot of other things about making money. But I'll show you 1 or 2 things as far as what I mean by saving money and saving money by saving your time and being able to automate things. And that alone, and people really overlook that, but that alone is a killer selling tool for this program. So anyway, let me get going, and I'm going to start covering a lot of different things today. And let me see if I have a question or two before I get started. Yes, 2,600 members since when? Richard, that's since March 1st, since we launched March 1st. Sometimes when they're that negative, there's no point in trying to pursue them. That's true. That's Teresa. That's a good point. You have to factor in a few different things. Number one is how much time do you have? If you're really, really busy, yeah, just going to say, yeah, you're right. Everybody's out to scam you. Buy next. You know, when you have a lot of people looking at it, you don't have time to worry about stuff like that because normally people like that, you're not going to turn them around. So you're right in that area. Most of the time, it's not worth pursuing them. But I just get tickled when I get that once in a while. I don't get a lot of them, but when I get one once in a while, then I'll send something back like that to them. So I know I'm probably not going to get them, but I like to get under their skin a little bit and show them the obvious, so to speak. So good point, Teresa. Felix, some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting, and I say next. You know, that's exactly right, Felix. That's exactly right. When you have enough people in the pipeline, people like that are like, fine. I did a short training for somebody the other day, and we were talking about prospecting. We were doing phone broadcasting at that point, and they were talking about, you know, the broadcast, or what do you say after you contact somebody and after they go through your initial message and you're talking to them. And, you know, I say it's really kind of cool that sometimes you can actually pull the carrot away from somebody. So like if you're prospecting and you're following up on a lead and you're getting back to somebody and you're saying, listen, I have a two-step process. I have a lot of people going through this process here, and I'm talking about phone broadcasting as far as a technique here, and where you send out an audio message to people. It's a 30-second message about whatever you're trying to promote. They click 2 on the phone. They go to another message, which would be your answering machine message, and then they leave a message. You call them back. So at that point, you're calling them back, and you're finding out a little bit about the person, what they're talking about. Generally, what I'll say, I'd like to keep it short and sweet because I try to remember that I'm training them at the same time, whether they know it or not. I'm training them, and although I can go, you know, talk rings around whatever I'm trying to talk about, if I try to do that, then those people are going to think, wow, I have to do that too. I can never do that, and they'll kind of think that subliminally in their mind. So I'll say something like, listen, I have a two-step process here. The first step is I was just looking for ways for people out there to find out if you're in the right time in your life to look at something new and to maybe open up your horizon as far as the possibility of making money from home. You obviously clicked the button on your phone, left your name and number, and you went through that first step. The second step I have is to give you a multimedia presentation to show you a little bit more about what I'm talking about. I can explain it right now, but I don't want to do you a disjustice or myself an injustice by just trying to explain something in 2 minutes over the phone, which really can't be done. And then you base your decision on something that's 5% of what I want to show you. I'd rather show you something in video, picture, multimedia on the internet in just 5 or 10 minutes, and you'll be able to see a much bigger picture of what I'm talking about, because we're talking about serious money here. Does that make sense? And if the person is, well, can't you tell me more about it now? And I say, listen, I just told you that I have a whole system here in process. And if they keep on badgering you, can you tell me more about now? I'm not going to go there unless you tell me now. I say, listen, obviously you're not coachable. I only work with people that are coachable and are willing to learn my system on how to do this. And this looks like it's not for you. Have a great day. Bye. And that's what you're talking about. You know, so sometimes you have to decide whether or not this person's worth it going further with. And sometimes they're like, oh, okay. You know, I'll go over there. But you're really trying to impress on them that you have a system, and you want them to go through the system, and then you send them to your website. Maybe you send them to a conference call, a webinar, or something like that, and then at that point you're scheduling the time for you to contact them back. Don't just send them to the website and say, hey, call me if you find something interesting here, if it makes sense to you. I mean, you can do that, but normally you want to set a time to get back to them. So you say, listen, when can you get to do that? When can you get to this website? Here, take my website down, grab a pen. And you want to sound excited. They write down the information. When can you go do that? If the person says, well, you know, if it's Friday or something, well, I think I'll check it out by Wednesday. that's not the right answer you're looking for. If the person says, yeah, I'll check it out by Wednesday, then the person's just not serious. On a scale of 1 to 10, they're like, you know, they're not that serious. You want somebody who says, listen, I'll go there in the next 20 minutes, and I'll call, you know, or tonight, you know, something like that. I don't have time right now, but I'll go in there tonight. Great, that's fantastic. That's what you're looking for. And then you say, well, okay, if you're going to watch it by 7, how about I call you by 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? I'm not going to sell you on anything. I just want to answer any questions for you, maybe clarify anything that might be a little fuzzy for you. And we can decide if we're a right fit. You know, for all I know, we might not be able to work together. Or, you know, so that's a takeaway, you know. So, you know, for all I know, we might not be able to work together. And so this way you want to impress onto them that you're not going to push it down their throat, you're not going to be pushy, and you're just presenting the information to them, and then you follow up with them. And then call them, big thing. Call them when you said they're going to call them. If you said, I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock, don't call them at 8:30, don't call them at 9 o'clock, call them at 8 o'clock. Whether they're home or not is almost, you know, yes, you want them to be home, but at least they see that you do what you say, and you're going to call them at the same time that you told them you're going to call them. You know, if they're not home, you know, hey, we had a scheduled appointment to call you 8 o'clock. I'm calling you 8 o'clock. I want to see how everything went with the video, and here's my name and number. Call me right back, or call me back when you watch that, and then you can maybe follow up and call back whenever you have time or whatever your schedule permits to follow up. You know, something like that. So I kind of went off on a tangent there, but it's pretty important. And when you have the goal, you can take it away from people, and you have to believe that you have the goal. And you have to have the attitude that, you know, hey, you can't work with everybody, and everybody out there is not qualified to work with you. You know, hey, they have to be qualified to work with me. They have to be qualified to work with you. You have to have the attitude that I got the gold, I'm showing you the gold, and you don't beg for people. So, and that could be, you know, introducing people to Infinity Downline. It could be introducing people to a gifting program you're doing. It could be, you know, hey, this could really change your life. Do you want to look at it or not? Hey, well, Wednesday. Well, I guess you don't want to change your life. You know, so, you know, whether it's a product or something you're marketing online, offline, you know, a nutritional product or whatever you're promoting, it really doesn't matter. You have to have the attitude in your head that I got the gold, you're checking it out, you came to me for the information, I'm going to give it to you, and you don't have to be a hard ass about it, but you know, you want it to give them the impression that that's what you got. So, not to harp on that a lot, but that's really important when you're prospecting and to go through that flow. And that, I mean, what I explained to you was through phone broadcasting as far as a technique, and we have a link in the back office, obviously, and that's very effective. But it really goes to just about any type of marketing when you're following up with someone. Hey, I have a two-step process, whether they answered an advertisement or they, you know, maybe a newspaper ad or advertisement, they answered something you posted, they answered an email, and that's if you're talking to someone as well too, you know, so you have to kind of play around with that depending on whatever technique you're using. So let's go into, before I get into some techniques here, we'll go into, let me just answer 1 or 2 questions and I'll get into that. Okay, this is from Warren. Never try to teach a pig to sing. It's a waste of time and annoys the pig. Very good. I like that. John, will you be covering how to access materials available for education? Not too much today, John, but essentially what you do is you log into the website here, and if you're a paid member, you click on one of the links at the top of the site. Let me go over here. And you click on audio education. Oh, just 1 second here. Audio and video education. We got some new stuff up here I put on there last night. eBay info profits, talking about making money with eBay here. There's a 4-part course here. Another one is your coaching program. It's a 6-part audio course, and the video portion of that is in the video education section. Here, there's a 6-part video. The video it's not so much a moving video, but it has the text with it, and you have someone reading the text. So in that regard, it's a video audio slash at the same time, and you can watch those. Those were just added. So all you do is, if you're a paid member, you click on those, and you'll be able to access those. So now, as mentioned before about some things and techniques that you can use and saving time. A lot of people use Gmail, so I'm going to use Gmail as an example, and let's just show you one thing here. Let me just sign out for a minute. And if you go to gmail.com, let's just go over there, gmail.com. I like Gmail better than Yahoo because Yahoo blocks a lot of stuff. They block a lot of emails, and I don't like that. I want to pick and choose who I want to accept the stuff from, not that you arbitrarily pick stuff off from me. So I just like Gmail better. There's a lot of free stuff out there, but I just like it better. So let's say you don't have an account. You want to sign up for Gmail. You click sign up, and let's see. I'm just going to put something in here. I'll show you how the sign-up process works, and I'll show you some cool things in the back. Now you want to pick out what name you want. So let's say you can't pick dashes, spaces, things like that. Mine happens to be infinitydownline@gmail.com. I actually picked it up before we launched, so kudos to me. But you can, let's see, Infinity Pro. Let's see if that's available. Click on check. No, that's not available. So you pick really anything you want. Maybe you could put a dot in there maybe. See if that's available. Okay, that's not. They'll show you some other things here. Let's see. Infinity Downline Team, that'll probably be available. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then you pick out whatever password you want. I'm just going to throw something in there. Okay, security question. Really select whatever you want. I usually something you can remember. Write your own question. You know, I'm just going to put over here movie, something that I like. Just put anything in here. I'm just going to put something in there. Now, the last thing you want to do is to try to figure out whatever this says. Sometimes it's kind of hard to pick out, but I'll try to see if I can get it on the first shot. If you can't get it, they're going to make it come back again. It looks like an NIK. NIK. And then you go back and you hit accept. Nope, I didn't get it. Okay. 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 Security question again. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, there it is. That's what I did wrong. Tried to go a little bit too fast. Secondary email. Okay. Normally, you don't want to use a Gmail as your secondary email, but I'm just doing that to save some time. And this one's a little bit easier to read here. NCENCIE. Hopefully that'll go through. Hey, there we go. All right. So now you're in. I just skip right over here to show my account. Now, a good reason for that secondary email is because they send you a copy of the sign-up information so you can remember what your username and password is. I just delete this. This is the welcome email. Go and delete. Now, a cool thing about Gmail is you can go in here to the settings section, and you can use the forwarding. I use the forwarding all the time. So I'll have them. I have dozens of email addresses, and I'll forward them over to a central location so I don't have to keep on accessing this. So if I want to keep forwarding on, I'll click forwarding a copy of incoming email to wherever I want. So I mean, why would you do that? Well, it saves you a lot of time because you don't want to keep logging out, logging in. And sometimes if you can pick up a domain or a name before Gmail that's more focused on what you're marketing, your program or your concept, then it looks better than having something that people can't remember. So that's a reason why maybe you want to use other email addresses to be able to promote whatever you're promoting, or to rather just one master one that maybe not relate to whatever you're talking about. So that's a perfect example here with Infinity Downline is infinitydownline@gmail.com, right? So whatever program you're promoting, maybe you can figure out a name in here that hasn't been taken yet, and that'll be much better for you. Now, keep Gmail copy in the box. I don't, because I get a lot of stuff. It'll be in an immense box, so I delete Gmail's copy, and once I'm all set, then I do this here. Okay, now we go down, and it looks like everything's okay. That's really all I do. Save, and I'm all set. So now I know that everything that comes into this one is going to be forwarded over to another one. So infinitydownlineteam@gmail.com. Now, some other cool stuff here in settings, if you go there again, is that was the settings and going to forwarding. But in settings, this is really neat. This is going to save you some time. Let's see. Okay. Somebody wants to contact me. Let's see. All right. Okay. This part here, keyboard shortcuts. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, a lot of times you're going to save a lot of times instead of clicking back and forth with your mouse. If you can have your right hand on the mouse and the left hand on the keyboard, you're going to save a lot of time. I do that all the time because I'm doing a lot of repetitive things here, and I have keyboard shortcuts. So if you want to turn on the keyboard shortcuts, this is what you're going to do. You turn it on, hit save, and then when you're over here, if you want to, if you have an email over here and you want to reply to an email, you hit R on your keyboard and it's automatically going to reply. If you have, let's see, do I have it? Can I do that over here? No, I don't have an email here, so I can't do that. You would hit, all you do is hit R while you're in Google here in Gmail. You hit R on your keyboard and you're going to reply. You would hit C if you want to compose an email. You hit P if you want to go backwards. So you'll have a whole host of different keyboard shortcuts that you can. Oops, I hit the wrong button here. You go back again. So you'll have a whole host of different keyboard shortcuts that you can go and use. So all you do is click on Learn More, and these are all the shortcuts. So when you're in Gmail, you can hit any one of these keys, and you're going to go to Previous Message, Next Message, and a lot of people skip over this thing, but this will save you a lot of time. And I mean, it might be 3 or 4 seconds at a shot, but if you're doing it over and over again, that adds up during the day, and it's going to save wear and tear on your mouse clicking hand. So I know that happens to me a lot. I get cramps and things like that on my fingers because I'm doing it all day. So anytime I can save myself 20 or 30 minutes of total time clicking, then I'm going to certainly do it. So here, you have a lot of that stuff here. So if you didn't know that, that is a great way to be able to save yourself incredible amounts of clicking wear and tear on your stuff, on your hands. So let's see. Now, where did I go here? Let me go backwards. This is a big screen. I'm not used to having my screen so big. So let's see. Where do I go back to my account? Okay. So let's see. I'm just going to go into my regular account here to show you a few other things. All right. Because I cannot show you in my other account, in the new account, so I have to go into my other account. Okay, so another thing you want to do in settings is signature line. Signature line. Signature line is the message that goes into on the bottom of your email when you're sending somebody a message. So it's different than a vacation, which I'm going to go over in a second. The signature line is a good zero-cost advertising thing. So if you're, and again, this is going to save you a lot of time too. So in a signature line, you might put your name. So, and when you're done typing an email, you don't have to put your name and phone number. You just hit send, and it's automatically going to post it. So that's going to save you a lot of time. So you put your phone number here. Let's see. Anything else you want to type, really? Check out my, let's see, money maker. Now, I put HTTP in the front because I want them to have a clickable link. And then you would put, whatever your affiliate link is for Infinity Downline, right? So if you want to put your phone number, whatever, over here, then now some people use this and they put like 10 or 15 links here. That's way, way, way too much because it gets too busy. And also what happens too is that the emails, the filters are going to pick them off a lot of times because there's too many links in there. When you have too many links, it looks like an advertisement, and a lot of times the filters will pick off your email, and you don't want to do that. Short and sweet, 1 or 2, you can always change them and so on. So you have this on here, and then you hit save. So every time you send an email to somebody, let's go compose an email, and now you already have this on here. It's going to be just, hi, John, blah, 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 blah. There, you don't even have to type the bottom. It's already there. So this alone is going to save you time. But also, it's a marketing technique that's free because you can use this part of it, all right? Then you just send to wherever you want to send it to. Now, so I'm not going to send an email now because it's pointless, but let me go over here and show you something else. I don't want it. So let's go back here. I want to show you something that people take for granted a lot. Now, this says a vacation responder. Most people normally have it off because they choose to have it off. But the other part of the people, and they don't even use it because they don't even know it exists. So this is meant as a vacation responder, meaning that when you're going away, you want to let people know that you're going away. I'm going to be away from my office from so-and-so to so-and-so. Tell me, I'll be back then, and I'll answer whenever, right? But you can turn it into a marketing tool by going like this. And this is how this differs. This is going into your email when you're sending an email. This is going to your email when somebody sends to you. So it's flipped, right? So now, when somebody sends an email to me, if I were to use this, I would put in here something like RE, meaning it's responding to them, and they're no, that's called a reply, right? RE, thanks for your email, ... And in writing terms, ... means there's more to come. Very effective in subject lines. So I put over here, thanks for your email. I will reply as soon as I am able. Let's see. And then if you want something like this, this is up to you. If you do not hear from me in 24 hours, please send again. Or you can put, please call me at so-and-so. Have you seen my new money maker? Now, a lot of times what I'll do too is I'll put capitals in the major words here. So it's still going to work, but it'll emphasize how it's splitting the words up with the capitals. And then, obviously put /, question mark, ID equals whatever your username is. So I'll put demo account, right? So that's the demo account. And you would just put your username right here. So thank you for your email. I'll respond as soon as I'm able. If you do not hear from me in 24 hours, please send again. Have you seen my new money maker? Whoops, I saw a spelling right there. That's very important. So now, all set, okay? If you only want to send to people in your contact list, then you check that. I send it to everybody. Then you leave it on. So now you've turned your vacation autoresponder message into a marketing tool. So we'll hit save. Let's go over here. I'm going to go over to my Microsoft Outlook. There, we'll see what happens. So Infinity, Downline at Gmail. Okay, I'm going to put over here webinar test email. All right, and we'll see what we get back. So we send this out. Okay, we're going to hit send, and we'll see how quick this comes back. It'll just take a few minutes. Okay, Gmail address, this is the new one we just set up. Okay, webinar, that was quick. Webinar test email came right back. Let's see what happens. We click on that. That's the test email that we sent, because what happens here is that I have my Infinity Downline referring over to here. Remember I said I'd do that, I forward it, so it automatically forwarded over to me here. So I'm practicing when I preach here. Then, this is what came back to me because I sent it to that, right? So if I was a a person contacting you, instead of seeing a vacation message, I'm seeing thanks for your email, and this is the subject line that they sent to me, so it's reminding them what they sent. Thanks for your email. I'll reply soon. If you don't hear me, blah, 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 blah. Clickable, remember, clickable link, all right? And then the subject line came back over. This was from the forwarding, so normally you wouldn't see this, but this is from the forwarding that went over to me, okay? So no big deal there. But that's how you can use that as a moneymaker, not just a vacation email. So pretty cool stuff. All right, so that's using Gmail. Now, if you happen to use Microsoft Outlook, you can also go in here and go into Tools, and I believe Options. And if you go into, let's see, where is it, Mail Format, and then you'll see over here Signatures, you can actually type in whatever signatures you want. Over here, you click on New, okay? Maybe this is my Infinity signature. All right, and then we go in here and we can type in whatever we want. The same type of thing. If I want to do the same, I think I deleted those, so let's see. Yeah, I deleted the other one. So I would say, you know, whatever I want, a signature, a Peter Wolfing, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm just assuming, you know, I'll put the same thing I had before. Then if I clicked on that, okay. Now that's going to be in my signature file. So I can put as many as I want here and flip back and forth whatever I want to do. So I can, if I have one for, if I want to change for whatever day of the week or whatever I'm sending out, I can certainly do that. Yeah, if you have different email accounts here, you want to flip back and forth, you can do that as well. And you have different options over here as well. So now if I went over here to save it and I want to go type it, now it's already here like the other one was, right? So obviously I have to delete that because I don't want that in there, but that's the same point. And you have the ability to do your vacation messages and things like that. So let me go in here real quick. I'm going to delete that because I don't want to forget to not do that. I don't want people to see it. So delete. So that's using that technique to do that. So let's see if we have any questions before we move on. Okay, Eldon, I clicked on use telephone and lost the audio. How do I get the sound back? You might have to dial back in and they'll give you an audio again, audio message again. They'll give you like a link. Oh, you got it back. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't see your other post there. All right, fantastic. All right, wow, I went over that a little bit more in depth than I wanted to, so I think I'm going to run out of time here, so we'll cover as much as we can here. All right, some other ways to be able to generate traffic in business that are low cost or no cost is doing what I call forum marketing. So I have over here, open up infinitydownline.com. I'm just going to just a browser. This is my Mozilla browser. And forums, for people that don't know what forums are, these are groups of people that are on the internet that want to socialize about various topics that they like, and there'll be forums about real estate, forums about MLM, and forums about making money from home, and on and on and on, and specific MLM programs. So you can literally just go over here, this is my Google search here, and go over here and type in forum MLM, forum work from home, you know, whatever you want, any keywords you want. Now these are going to be forums that are all coming up. So there's tons and tons of them. And what the technique that you can use is go to the forum, register in the forum, which is free, start to post messages back and forth with people, develop a relationship with people. Now this is not an hit you over the head type of prospecting technique. This is a develop relationship prospecting technique where, you know, usually you can't hit somebody over the head there to be able to tell them about your program, because most of the forums, they have rules regarding people going in and just marketing something on there. So it's something that I use. It's kind of the fishing technique where you throw it out, you bring it back, you throw it out, you bring it back, with the ultimate goal of the person saying, so what are you doing for a living? What are you doing related to home-based businesses? What are you doing for MLM? That's what you want them to kind of say, and you're kind of hinting that I'm successful, I'm doing whatever on the internet, whatever the program is, and then you can develop a relationship to sign people up. So if you went to, let's see, I'll just click on anyone. This is a work at home forum, and you'll see all the different posts over here. they'll show the posts, how many threads there are, a little bit about it over here, different information here. And you would just go to basically join the forum, wherever they have some Google ads up here. And you can join, register now for free, all right? Then you would join the forum, and usually when you join the forum, I like to try to keep the username and password the same, so no matter what forum I'm going to, I am going to be able to log in really quickly, and I won't forget what's there. So you join a lot of the forums. Now, I use a tool. This is a software that I had developed called eForum Submitter, and you actually have it in your back office there, and we give a discount on it as well. But this is the actual interface of the eForum Submitter, and when you go over there, this is, I'm all about saving time, so this will give you a lot of the major forums that are available right here. Look at all of them. There's tons. What it's all about, how it works. We have training videos on what forums are, top 50 forums. They're all here for you, so why go out and try to find it when you have it right here? SEO forums, knowing how, marketing, things like that. Just tons and tons of stuff here for you to be able to find out about forums and how they work and everything, and just go there. So really quickly, the way this works is that all you would do is type in the forum that you want over here. You can have the username and password already in the system, so when you go there, then you just click on the link. It goes right over to the forum, and you'd have the password and username already there, so you log in with one click. Then also, you would type in a whole bank full of responses here. So you could do, let's see, new money. I'm just typing really fast here, so I just want to give you the point and the general gist of what I'm talking about. And I type here in just plain text. Most of the time it's not HTML, although you can do something like that. Have you seen this? And then HTTP. Whatever, so here, whatever. I'm just giving you the idea. So when you're doing on here, then what you do is click over here on Save, and that's going to save this content on your computer so you can bring it up at a later date. So if you're clicking on Save, and then at that point you'll have a whole host of other things to be able to pick from, then you can click on Load, and you'll load up the message. And when you log into whatever you want here, all you do is click, paste, click. You would put your mouse on the subject line, and then you'll paste the subject line right there. You put your mouse on the body of your post, and it pastes the message right in there. No sense in copying and pasting and all over the place. So you'll be able to do that 1, 2, 3 lickety-split. So it's a real time saver in that regard. So there's a lot of other features in there too, but essentially, again, free. It's free to post on those forums. You're going to be able to do that over and over again, to be able to develop relationships with people, and to be able to go in and do extremely well doing that type of thing. So that's using the eForum Submitter, or just the technique. If you want to do it manual and you don't want to get the software to do that, you can certainly do that as well. Let's see. The other technique that I like to use a lot is traffic exchanges. Traffic exchanges. If you're not familiar with what a traffic exchange is, a traffic exchange is another membership site that people join, lots of members join, and basically what they do is they say, okay, I'll look at your website if you look at my website, so that's the traffic exchange. So when the traffic exchanges that out there, they have a surfing system that you can watch other people's websites. You have to sit there and watch it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever their criteria are. And if you sit there and you watch that website, you click on a button to get a credit for the other people that are also surfing the traffic sites to be able to see your website. So let's go over to one of them over here. Let's see, Traffic Roundup, okay? There's so many of them out there. So, and if you look at the website, let's see, let me get out of here. And I'm going to go over to the website. I'll show you exactly where they are. There's tons of them. Log in. Okay, free and low-cost marketing. Scroll down here. Scroll down the page, and here, traffic exchanges. you can click on these. You don't have to go searching for them. They're right there, and you can go and you'll go right to a traffic exchange. Let's just pick one. Okay, there you go. Click-through network, free to join. They have a forum, all sorts of stuff. So, and you just join for free, and you continue. The hardest thing about this is going in and registering your account. Once you have it registered, it's like there's no sweat. Let me get my page back up here. All right, so you're on here, and you would just go and join the site. This happens to be my surf link, so I just already went to my surf link. So let's see. Okay, let's see. This is my this is my surf link for the Traffic Roundup Traffic Exchange. So let me go to my other link. And I'll show you. This is the main site. You would click over here to join. It's free. And let's see, where is the login here? All right, I'm already in, so they got it in memory. Cool. So you join, you go into the back office here, and then you select, I call it the website manager. Sometimes the terms are different, but you can select which websites you want to promote. So over here I happen to have Phone Broadcast Club, but you can go in and you can add another website. Whatever, you put it in there, add it to the system, and then they want to ask you if you see it down here, right? Yes, you see it. All right, so now you have two websites that you're going to promote, and the two websites you're going to promote here will rotate back and forth, and you can choose whether you want to assign it to show up in the traffic exchange or not. If you want to pause it, then you're going to actually start accumulating the credits, and then you can assign it at a later time. So you can put as many as you want really here. It really depends on what you want to promote. So essentially, all of the traffic exchanges have this type of feature where you have to go in and you have to add the website that's going to be put in the rotation for other people to see. So then when you're ready to go, all you do is click on Surf Now. I was in that before, but essentially Surf Now. And then all you do is, these are the websites I'm telling you for the traffic rotation. So you're going to go through and you're going to earn credits. It says I have 3 credits right now, or unassigned credits. And it tells you what to click. Click the horseshoe. Now it's going to go through and it's going to tick down. Once it gets over to 1, now this is somebody else's website, click the skull. I just earned a credit. It goes to the next one. Okay, now it goes to the next one. Now it's going to tell you to wait some time and then click on the next one, and then you keep on just doing that and doing that and doing that. So it goes down to 1, click on the hat. I just earned another credit. So a way to maximize this is to join 5 or 10, and after a while you start really picking out the ones you want. So you kind of whittle it down to between 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever you want. If you want more, that's fine. And let's see, click the star. I got another credit. Now you join another one over here, and on your browser you use these tabs to be able to flip from one to another. And if you have another traffic exchange over here, not the same one, but another one that you happen to join, then, and say you have another one here, and you have a few of them here, and usually, like I said, I'll have my screen small so I can fit all these. Right now my screen resolution is very big. So if you have, 5 or 6 or 7 on here, all you do, if you click on the tab, you go over here, and now, okay, it's ready for the credit. Click on the cow. Next one, this will be ready. Click on this one. This one will be ready. Click on this one. And by the time I get back to this one, it's ready to go. So now they moved it down here. That's how they do. They move everything around. So horseshoe. So by the time you rotate back and forth, you'll be able to maximize your time instead of sitting there staring at a website. Now make sure that your website is going to give them a very good impression in the first 5 or 10 or 15 seconds at the most. So this way they might take action on it. Some people are looking just to surf, just like myself was, but sometimes the audio will catch me. I'll go in and I'll take a look at it, and that's why Infinity Downline with the movie, it loads very quickly, and people will be able to hear the audio, and then they'll sit there and watch the movie, and you might get sales from that. So click on the hat, and next, click on the hat. There we go. And it's a very, very, very simple system to be able to do that stuff. So that's free. Now, of course, I'm always looking for a better way to do it. I happen to have the software in the back of the program here that I developed and I had programmed to be able to automate that process, and that is in Premium Tools, which is traffic through Surf 30. This allows you to surf way, way more than just a onesie-twosie, and it has a lot of automated parts to it, where instead of having to click here back and forth to each tab, you can actually have it automatically every 3 or 4 seconds flip for you to flip, 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 and be able to save wear and tear on your hands. Because that's one of my big things, as I mentioned before. I want to save wear and tear on my hands because I get cramps after a while of doing this a long, long time. So this does not work on Windows Vista. It's everything other than Vista. So normally it's $67 for those in the program, much, much cheaper price. So I'm very into doing that, and even doing this simple technique, making it even better and faster for myself to pay off in the long run. So that is a great way to do it. I'll click on the cal and get myself another credit. So that is traffic exchanges. The next thing I want to talk to you about is another one, which is safe lists. A lot of people hate safe lists. They're like, nobody ever looks at that stuff. It's not necessarily true. Some of it is true, but not necessarily true in every case, because people do look at it sometimes if you have something that's compelling. But the technique that I use is not so much that I want them to sign up in my program, which obviously I do, but I use it as a never-ending source for me to generate leads and contacts. So let me see if we have here, let's see. Okay, if you see this link up here, infinitydownline.com/targetpro, TARGETPRO. I use this one a lot. It's only $10 to join one time. Right here, $10 to join one time. And I've had really good success with it. There's a few other ones that I like a lot. There's Herculist and a few other ones too. So but there are a lot of traffic exchanges out there. But the point I'm trying to make is that it works the same as I'm sorry, not traffic. There's safe lists. It's like a traffic exchange where people join the membership, but in here they're joining a membership to be able to say, okay, I'll let you send an email to me about your stuff if I can send an email to you. That's a safe list, safe from spam, basically what they're saying. So, and there's tons of them with hundreds of thousands of members. So, and basically that's what you're doing. You're sending them your offer so they can send you yours. And sometimes people say, people don't look at that. They're just in there to send out, but they don't want to look. Not necessarily true. I have gotten sales from that. But, again, here's what I do. If you look in my Microsoft Outlook, I'll go over here, and I have a special folder, Target Pro Blaster. Look at all the emails in there. 17,480 people sent me stuff. Now, if I had them come into my main box and I had to switch them over and keep on pushing them over there manually, I would go nuts. So what I did was I got the first one that came in, I right-clicked on the email, and then I went over here. I said, create a rule, and I said, I'm not going to do it to this one, but essentially this is what I did. I created a folder over here on the left-hand side, called it Target Pro Blaster, and then on this part I created a rule and said that anything coming from Target Pro Blaster, automatically put it in that folder. It saves me tons of time. Otherwise, all my emails are going to get mixed up from other people sending it to me. And if I was getting hundreds or thousands of emails every day or every other day, I would go nuts in my email box. So you definitely don't want that to happen. So I automatically push it over here. So it took a while to come up, but I would say, and if this was the email from Target Pro Blaster, it would say anything from targetproblaster.com. I would check that off. And I would see, well, maybe a subject line, if it had something specific in here, then I would put it over there. And then I'll put over here, move it to, and then I would select the folder here, Target Pro Blaster. I would select that folder like that. I want to move anything from Target Pro Blaster to this folder. Now, I'm not going to do that now, but that's essentially what it did. And so if you go into this folder, all right, this is a big folder, so there we go. Now look at all the stuff here. Now what I do is I use this as a lead source. So when I got to open this up more, again, normally I have so much room, but I use this as a lead source. Now I'll click over here on the right hand side. I have the reading pane open, and I'll scan really quickly over here to see if I can get any information. Look at this over here. Perfect stuff right here. Now what I do is I open up Microsoft Excel, or you can use OpenOffice, whatever you want. Whatever, any kind of spreadsheet program is fine. And you're here just to collect information. That's all you're looking to do is collect information. So you create a spreadsheet, Target Pro Blaster leads, and then you take the information over here and you copy it here. I usually separate the first name and last name. All right. This happens to be an international phone number, but I'm going to put it over here just to show you. And all I'm doing is, again, what I'm doing is I'm copying, but I'm using my left hand to use the Control-C, Control-V. So I'm using my hand and my mouse at the same time because I want to save time and wear and tear. So I'm copying here, Control-C, go over here, Control-V, I got that. So now I want to put over here the date. So I would normally have my field names, first name, last name, phone number, email, and I would have a, date. Move this over, and I would put on here 3/28 today. Okay, and I would also take their affiliate link, and I want to put that on the last one because it's usually very long. And I'll put that over this one, and I'll put over here Target. Okay, that's where I got it from. So now I have the information here. I would put over here the field names up here. Okay, so now I have that information here, okay? So, and I start to develop a database. I go through each one of these. Maybe maybe what you do is you go over here and you click on the ad because you want to see exactly where the ad was. And I might want to use that because this is the ad link here. So let's see, click to follow link. Some of these links are older, so they may not even work. So, all right, so it looks, anyway, this would go over to the website. Let's see, it's, okay, all right, this is an older one, so I don't even know if this one's going to work. Anyway, the point is, if you clicked on this and you went over to the actual website, you copy and paste the link and put that over here. All right, so just the appropriate link over here. Now, what I do after that is I'll start to develop this and save this. Then I start to send them emails. And you can use whatever email program you use, whichever one you want to use. Now, these happens to be a list of mine that I own. And the technique, again, is going to take that list. I upload it over here on the left-hand side. This is a program that I own called ZipSender. And I'll take that information and I'll type it in over here. So I'll type in, I got your information from so-and-so. I always put my disclaimer on the top, and I put in where I got it from. If you want to be purged, I don't use removed. Remove is a bad word. I use purged. If you want to be purged from my upload list, just reply and let me know. And then I'll put in here, info on file, insert the first name, the last name, the email address, and it'll take that information from here. So this way they see, hey, I did get your email. I do have your information, right? I think I just messed this up here by mistake. All right. So now, and then I'll go hello, and I insert their first name. Then I'm going to go into something like, hi, John. I got your email the other day from Target, and I'll insert Target Pro. I went to your website. I insert the link. Okay, insert the link. So then what I might do is over here I'll put like this. These are actually the tags, so I'll put over here link in the email itself, and it'll take this information and put it into their email. Look like a really great website. I have to have something that you might be interested in, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So now you have all of that information. You're telling them where you got it from, how you got it, when you got it, where, everything. I see they have all of that information on there, and it's not spam because basically they sent it to you. you're replying to them, and you're kind of flipping the burger on them, so to speak. So it's a dynamic technique. And incidentally, this one here is the, if you want to look at that, this is the website, zipsender.com. That's what I use here. This is a very fly-under-the-radar type of system as far as emailing. And what it does is, you can see here I have these running, okay, sending out an offer of mine to lists. And all I do is I send out one email every 9 seconds. This is my personal list. Normally I recommend every 20 seconds. And it just inserts first name and that type of thing. So it'll go in and it'll send this information, inserting all these tags into the email, and every 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, it sends one and it stops. It sends one and it stops. And if you go down here, look. All right, look at all these emails going out. And I just let this run. It just runs and runs and runs and runs. And it's kind of anti-high-tech with the email stuff. It's not meant to hide from anything. And I use a specific host to be able to do this. And I just send out 2,000 emails a day, something like that, and just let it run. And I get sign-ups and stuff like that. So if you're looking for email-type stuff, that's a very low-cost way to do that. And that's using the ZipSender program. And I personally use it for my major list that I have, my customer list and things like that. So this is sending regarding a new affiliate product that I launched called Twitter Submitter, and it's twitsubmit.com. And this is using another technique I use with it, which is domain forwarding. I happen to also design this website here, and giving bonuses and that type of thing. So I'll put a whole video course and that type of stuff here. And sometime when I have a chance, I'll go over how to do that really quickly as well. But we just don't have time today. And I just got to notice that I have another webinar to do in a few minutes, so I kind of have to get off this one. I appreciate everybody coming on the Infinity Downline webinar today. Yes, the webinar is recorded, and I'm going to put it on the information on the website in the near future. Sorry I can't answer all the questions on here. I appreciate everybody coming on the webinar today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Saturday. We do have the calls Tuesday and Thursday for Infinity Downline. Hopefully you learned a lot of stuff today about doing some low-cost techniques and so on, and I will speak to you real soon. Have a great day.